Ready for your host and your first comic for the evening? Hell yeah, man. Please give it up for the one, the only, Mario Reyes.
What's up, Big Hobby? Thank you. Carbon Nation, how are we doing tonight? We are here for the joke and stroke. Thank you, Jackie, for having us. I prepared a few jokes for tonight, and as I look in the audience, I already can tell I'm not going to be able to do some of them. I figured I was going to come to a room a bunch of white women with Ugg boots. I don't see any white women or Ugg boots or Starbucks cups. But I do see a bunch of drinks, and that's fucking good. We are drinking tonight. Right? Well, who is drinking? Let's hold them up real quick. I just want to see who's drinking. All right. Now, I know you're also painting, so I see the painting. We don't need to hold up the painting. And, sir, if you're stroking, I don't want to see you hold that up either. Now, I'm going to hit on something about what Javi said. It is John Cena's very last match tonight. And I grew up as a wrestling fan. I'm a huge wrestling fan, Javi, I got to say, right? And I know I wasn't going to be able to see John Cena tonight. No, I guess that joke didn't. You get it? I wasn't going to see him. Okay, see, if it's I don't got it, But I did hear that recently, if y'all didn't know, John Cena, he is the most requested wrestler for the Make-A-Wish Foundation. That's true. Did you guys know that? John Cena is the most requested wrestler for those sick and dying children that have cancer with the Make-A-Wish. It's like a 2-year waiting list for these children. And I figure by that way, 2 years, these kids are going to be meeting The Undertaker first. Right? Seriously, come on. Like, do you think that John Cena ever walked up to any of those blind kids? He was like, "You can't see me." Fuck. Damn. John Cena, Hulk Hogan did die recently this year. Yeah. And I gotta say, Hulk Hogan, rest in peace. I really hope they don't cremate Hulk Hogan, because that would just start a huge oil fire. Right? But I heard he had no oil on him when he died because the feds took all P. Diddy's baby oil away. Yeah. Let's see, where else can I go with all this tonight? I am hosting, so you're going to see me back and forth tonight. I would normally do a long 15 to 20 minute set, but I'm going to break it up for you guys. Speaking of breakups, I am a single man.
Yeah!
Woo! I am happily divorced. And I will say, I do love the bigger women. I don't think we have any out there because I don't hear anybody breathing. But I'll tell you, this is how I know for a fact I'm an ugly person. I know you're looking at me, you're like, you're not that ugly. But trust me, I know I'm ugly because I've been on every dating app. Okay, I've tried Tinder, I've tried Bumble, I've tried I don't try Grindr. Grindr turned out to be a big pain in the ass. I never found a real girl, just a bunch of fat dudes, dick, tits, and Tony Hinchcliffe. And I'll tell you that I can't get no women or men hit on me. And I'm not asking for men to hit on me, all right, sir? Now, but that's how I know I'm ugly. I can't get any of the thousands of genders that are out there to hit on me. Okay, that's how I know for a fact I'm ugly. But what I am going to start doing for my next date, my next girlfriend, I'm going to start looking in the female prisons. Right? And I'll tell you what, there was recently a female prisoner that was in jail. Her name was Gypsy Rose. Does anybody remember Gypsy Rose? Yeah, she was the retard bitch that went to jail for killing her mom. Yeah. Yeah, she's not retarded anymore. She did her time. Okay, but her titties are still retarded, trust me. But I will say, I started writing to her because I figured, she was available. And I noticed when she got out of prison, she got with the real-life Peter Griffin lookalike. She kept saying, I got the fire D. She ended up getting knocked up. And congratulations, Gypsy. She just had her baby. And I just hope that baby continues the family tradition, of killing the mother. Yeah. All right. Do people like dark humor? Can we do some dark humor tonight?
Yes, please.
All right, we're going to do that on my next set. When I come back up, we're going to do some dark humor. But I want to introduce our next comedian who's going to come out. Like John Cena, you're going to see him, but he won't see you. I know he's a blind comedian, so he didn't see that joke coming. But he is coming all the way from Los Angeles. He told me he's from East LA. He is the reason you guys see ice in the parking lot. Don't bring ice with you to Riverside, bro. We don't take kindly to ice out here in Riverside, right? Speaking of ice, I need my drink. I've got a little cotton mouth. But ladies and gentlemen from East LA, give a big warm of welcome. I forgot your name for a second. I'm a horrible. What was your name again? I'm horrible.
Give it up for Tom.
Tom!
Thank you.
I remembered his fucking name now, and we're sorry he did go a little over time. He couldn't see the light. Oh, I know, I'm fucking horrible, right?
Don't fuck up the next comic, bro.
I won't fuck up the next comic. But the drinks here are really strong, so if you want to get fucked up, hit the brewery. I am going to say, Tosh, you hit on some cool topics right there. He did mention some things, and I want to say, I mentioned before I am single, and I did mention how ugly I am, and I realized the only kind of girl I'm ever going to get is probably on the internet. She's probably going to be like in Massachusetts, and it's probably going to be some Nigerian scammer when I fucking meet her.
Him.
Or him. Yeah. But he did hit on one thing, and I want to talk about repossession. I used to be a repossession officer. We all had to have day jobs before, right? I was the asshole that would show up in the middle of the night and take your car. So if you recognize me, I'm sorry. Okay? That was me that took your truck in the middle of the night. I'm sorry.
That's pretty mad at me the next day.
I know. You look like you drove a Subaru, actually. Crosstrek, that's what it was. But it's funny, because doing repossession, I quit that job, but it was crazy, because I would always tell people, I didn't want to tell people I was the repo guy. I didn't want people to know I'm the repo man. So I would just tell people I'm in the financial recovery business. I'm helping people get back on their feet after a financial loss, usually by using Uber. But one of the benefits of this job was that I was allowed to, we would go through your cars. So imagine the things you would have in your car. If you have that stuff in your car, I would have to find it. And I got a lot of ladies in this room, and I got to tell you ladies are fucking disgusting. Okay? You know what I would find? I could look at a car and just tell you right now it's a man's car or a woman's car. Because every woman, and all the women in here, you all know, you all have that oh shit bag in the trunk. Right? The oh shit bag with all the clothes, the makeup, the shit you're ready, in case you're going to leave your husband on one night. Okay? But one thing I would always find in women's cars, not every car, but once in a while, and some of you ladies are probably this way, why was I finding dildos and sex toys? And you're looking at your friend, you know this is true. Because why is it every time I would look in a car, I'd find dildos in the glove box? And they're never clean dildos. They're always in the dirty, like under all the makeup, the eyelashes that you girls throw in there, the dirty makeup, the gum rolls with the cigarette attached, which is like the original nicotine gum when your mom's cigarettes and gum find in the purse. Right? So why do you girls do that? That is fucking disgusting. Like, are you seriously sitting on the 91 fucking yourself with your dildos? I just gotta ask. I'm just curious. All right. I did ask if we wanted to do some dark humor. I'm going to do that on my next bit. I do want to introduce our next comic coming to the stage. He is fucking super hilarious, and I love this guy. His name is Dave Diaz, ladies and gentlemen. Dave Diaz.
Right? Here he comes. With a big tall glass of grape juice.
Yep. I do have a big tall glass I have a big glass of soda because I'm the only sober guy in the brewery. But I am sober living, but I do smoke as much marijuana that you want to give me. Alright, same, right? Alright. Let's see. I did leave off where I said I would tell you guys some dark humor. So let me test the room real quick before I get into this dark humor. Okay. Do we have any Trump supporters?
Nobody's gonna say it.
I know, no one's gonna fucking admit it. But the last time I was in Riverside and I did these anti-Trump Charlie Kirk jokes, let's just say I'm surprised I got to my car. Okay? I didn't realize that Riverside was like kind of pro-Trump. So I am going to do this. Let's do some dark humor. If you guys want to kill me, I am driving the white car that Jackie pulled in. All right. Does anybody know the difference between a gay suicide and a straight suicide? No one? On the gay suicide, the teeth marks go further down the barrel of the gun. All right? All right, let's see. What else do we have for dark humor? Oh, I truly do believe that Donald Trump is Hitler reincarnated. And let me explain to that. Do you all know how reincarnation works? In order for reincarnation to work, one person has to die and another person comes in. So here's what I truly believe. Adolf Hitler died in April of 1945. Okay? Donald J. Trump was born in June of 1946, just a little over a year later. That's all I need to know right there. I put the two and two together, and I believe Donald Trump is reincarnated as Hitler. Let's see, another one. I realized when Donald Trump got shot, his hairpiece was made out of Kevlar. Pretty damn sure of that one. Charlie Kirk's probably wishing he had a Kevlar neck brace. I know, like a sniper in Utah, I'm going to take these shots at Charlie Kirk. Yeah. Ooh, too soon? Fuck it, I'm going to go for it anyway. Do y'all think that Charlie Kirk's favorite song was Shot Through the Heart by Bon Jovi? Or was it Protect Your Neck by the Wu-Tang Clan? Just curious here. I know, it's too soon for the Charlie Kirk jokes. Do you all know how to make somebody on the right lean left? You shoot them in the neck. Oh, I know. It's fucking horrible, Riverside, right? I told you I had some dark humor. Let's see, what else can we get into before I bring up your headliner? Let's get up this one. Does anybody believe in conspiracy theories?
Fuck yeah.
Conspiracy theories? Dude, Riverside, I'm going to bring one up that's going around the internet. It's a major one, and we got some folks in here that might recognize this one. Anybody remember Michael Jackson, the King of Pop? Right? And how about Farrah Fawcett? Come on, a Charlie's Angel, Farrah Fawcett. She was the girl in the red swimsuit that your grandpa's had hanging in the garage. Yeah. So here's the conspiracy theory that's going around the internet. And you can look it up. It's a hashtag Farrah killed Michael. And the belief is that Farrah Fawcett killed Michael Jackson. And let me explain. The belief is that on the day of Michael Jackson's passing, Farrah Fawcett actually died first. She died around 9 o'clock in the morning. And just a lot of people don't realize this because it got overshadowed in the news. Well, when Farrah Fawcett got to heaven, Jesus said to Farrah, Farrah, you're one good earthly soul, so I'm just going to grant you one wish. Any wish you want, Farrah. And Farrah didn't have to think hard. She said, Jesus, I just want all the children to be safe from child predators. Yeah, and 2 hours later, Michael Jackson was dead, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, that's a true conspiracy theory that I made up, and we're going to push it. Hashtag Farrah killed Michael. And speaking of Michael Jackson, do you all know he fucking hated the band Boyz II Men? Do you guys remember the band Boyz II Men? He absolutely hated them, and it was because when Michael Jackson was doing the Dangerous tour back in the 90s, he asked for Boyz II Men to be on the tour. And on the first day of the tour, a band showed up. And he was like, wait, I thought Boyz II Men was a delivery service. All right. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, they can't all be gold. They can't all be gold. Let's see, another one. I'm going to try something I'm working out here. I've not really done this one before. So I'm going to try a new joke for you guys. So you're not going to know if I fuck it up or not, but I will. Recently, I turned 40 about 4 years ago. And I went to a doctor. And some of us are older folks in here. And eventually, we get to that point in our lives where we get to the doctor that is younger than us. And that just happened to me. I went to Kaiser, and I asked for a doctor. And I don't care what the fuck doctor is. A doctor is a doctor to me. So I ordered Dr. Child. I thought that was his name. No, Dr. Child turned out to be a fucking kid. And Doogie Howser walked in, ladies and gentlemen. Fucking Doogie Howser. Right? And this kid, Dr. Child, comes in and he has more Disney flair on him than Dr. Flair. Like, I'm thinking I gotta check his credentials on Megan's list. That's what I'm thinking. But anyway, I tell the doctor, listen, Dr. Child, I'm having some sleep problems. Now I'm in my 40s. I'm having trouble sleeping. What do you recommend? And I figured Dr. Child was gonna recommend me a sleep aid. Or maybe some alcohol. Or maybe some alcohol and a sleep aid. But he chose to prescribe to me fucking YouTube. Yeah, Dr. Child, Doogie Howser told me, go home and find YouTube color frequency sleep noises to sleep to. This is a real thing. And I was like, wait, are you talking like noise like they used to sell at Target, like the well sounds and stuff like that? Because I used to sleep to the sound of a well, but that was my ex-wife. And so I figured, all right, let's try this. And it's he tells me, try finding it on YouTube. So the first night, I looked up white noise. And white noise, all right, that sounded nice and soothing. It kind of sounded like I was maybe in a Starbucks or a Target, you know, white noise. And about 2 hours into my sleep, I got woken up to this. I want to talk to your manager. My name's Karen. Well, white noise turned out to be a bitch named Karen. Fuck that one. So the next night, I figured, all right, let's try it again. I'm not going to give up. And I found brown noise. Yeah, oh shit's right. Do y'all know brown noise is actually a true frequency that the government designed to make you lose your shit?
Yes.
It's true. If you hear brown noise at a certain noise, the blind guy will tell you, you can lose your bowels. So I turned on brown noise. It turned out to be a YouTube prank, and I woke up shit in the bed.
That's right.
That wasn't fun. So the next night, I tried black noise. And I figured, okay, how bad could black noise be? And I have some folks, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to do this one for you. Don't hate me. But black noise, I figured, okay, how bad could black noise be? It's probably some crickets like I hear tonight. And it turned out to be the sounds of the LAPD helicopter and gunfire. Well, I grew up in Southern California, so I was pretty right at home. I slept the best I could that night. All right. I think I'm going to go. I'm going to bring up my headliner. But before we do, I just want to say, the headliner and I, we've been doing shows together. I've known her around the scene for a long time. Some of the other comedians you guys saw tonight, we've all been doing this for a long time. I myself started around 2010, so about 15 years I've been doing stand-up. And I go all over the country, Oklahoma, Vegas. Tonight I'm in a brewery in Riverside, 10 minutes from home. I'm not bragging. But recently, this past week, we lost a huge name in stand-up comedy. That was a local legend here in IE, and you guys should know about this. His name was Jeff Garcia. And yeah, Jeff Garcia, I'll tell you, in 2012, he was the first headline comic that ever paid me. He gave me $20 for doing a set out in Corona at an Irish pub. And so, Shamrock, or no, Dempsey's, I'm sorry. Huh? No, Liam's was Colton. I think that's where you and I first met. But no, it was called Dempsey's back in Corona. And Jeff Garcia was the first headliner ever paid me. And an earlier comedian was talking about cartoons and comics. And Jeff Garcia, he not only was a comic that gave little guys like me a chance, but he was also the voice of Sheen Estevez on Jimmy Neutron. And a lot of us, we have kids. I know my kids, she watched Jimmy Neutron. A lot of you probably have children that watch Jimmy Neutron. So I just want to give a toast to Jeff Garcia tonight. If we can, just raise our glasses for a second. And I just want to say, from 2012 earning $20 to earning free drinks tonight, I'm fucking making it. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce your headliner. Coming all the way from the IE, right up the street. Ladies and gentlemen. Oh, this is a good song. Let's dance. All right. Lanini. I'm going to fuck your name up too. Lania Dominguez.
One more time, everybody, for Mario. One more time for your host, everybody, Mario. Woo!
All right, we have a lot to dissect with that act, right? Let's see, where do I want to start? Let's see, you brought up you're a church goer. I used to go to church too. I was the priest's favorite altar boy. But he didn't want me to call him father. He always told me to call him daddy. Yeah, I don't know why. Let's see, what else can we break down from that? Idaho. You said you were from Idaho. Do we have any other people from other states that have moved to California? No, we're all California natives here. Where are you from?
From Louisiana.
Louisiana. All right. I mentioned earlier, I have a friend now. I met a girl recently. Not exactly single, but I met a girl recently who lives in Massachusetts. And we just started talking about the differences of Massachusetts and California. The first thing is, they don't have high-speed pursuits out there. Okay, yeah, Louisiana, do you have high-speed pursuits?
Absolutely.
You do?
I think absolutely.
See, absolutely. See, he feels right at home in LA, right? Like he was like, yeah. See, LA and Louisiana, we run from the cops. You know, where he's from, when they say freeze, that means run, right? Exactly. You know, I know. But no, yeah. So another difference, like a thing, like she was telling me that her kids up in like New England, they teach the kids how to do fencing at their school. And I was like, fencing? They teach your kids how to fucking steal shit? And she's like, no, fencing is with the swords. And I'm like, oh, they teach y'all how to fucking stab people. Well, here in Southern California, we teach you all how to fucking shoot each other and run from the cops. Let's see, what else can we break down? You mentioned pegging. She mentioned pegging. I see a married couple here. Do you like pegging? Pegging is where your wife wears that's where your wife wears a strap on and she fucks you in the ass with a strap on. You don't like that? No? Okay, well, let me tell you a joke about that. You all seem like a classy crowd. Can I do some classy material for Riverside?
Please
all right, let's do that. Let's do a classy joke. I mentioned earlier in my act, I'm on all the dating apps, right? So I recently matched with a girl on Tinder, here in Riverside, actually. And she was going to come tonight, but some things happened between us. And let me explain. She told me on Tinder she is a local elementary teacher here in Riverside. I'm like, all right, local elementary teacher. She's probably a nice lady. And then she went on and told me she has 2 young children and she's brand new, freshly divorced. Like freshly divorced. And she said all she wanted was to just get laid and have some fun in the afternoon. I'm like, you know what, let's do that, okay? What man in this audience would turn that down, right? So just before the show tonight, a couple hours ago, I went to her house here in Riverside. And when I got to her house, I walked up to the front door. The first thing I noticed, there was a pair of work boots right by the door. I'm like, all right, how freshly divorced is this lady? There's a pair of work boots right there. And I noticed there was like a from my family to yours happy reef day thing on the door, right? So I ring the door and she answers the door in this sexy red lingerie. We're talking fucking sexier than Jackie over here. Okay. Damn.
I'm flattered.
Don't be flattered in a second.
Oh,
so let me tell you. She opens the door in the most sexiest red lingerie. And I'm like, fuck yeah, it's on. Let's fucking go. Right? And we don't even make it into the living room. She takes me right to the bedroom, okay? And I'm looking this lady over, you know, I kind of got her bent over the bed. And I'm looking her over and she don't got the greatest body and neither do I. I'm not gonna body shame nobody, right? Who am I to fucking body shame? Right? I'm not fucking Fabio, I'm Fadio. So I look over and I notice she has this weird looking mole on her ass cheek. Now again, I got her bent over, but I paid no attention. It's a mole is a mole, right? Okay, whatever. Now we're going at it a few seconds into, okay, be honest, a few seconds, not minutes, okay? And I notice all of a sudden that mole is now just above my belly button, right? Yeah. And I was like, wait, what is that? And I went and I wiped it like this, and I realized, this fucking teacher got poo-poo on me. And I'm like, what? I didn't know what to do. I was like, I didn't know what to do, right? By the way, Jackie, I'm sorry I'm holding her mic. And I didn't know what to do. But I had her in a doggy style position. And you girls know when you're doggy style, usually your hair's in a ponytail. So I grabbed her by her hair. I had her in the doggy style. And that just turned the bitch on even more. And I was like, all right. She thought I was pulling her hair. No, I was just wiping my fucking hand off. Okay? Now, I'm going to finish up because I'm a guy. All right? But I finish up, and I tell her, I'll be right back. I think I left my car parked in the red. I gave her a little kiss on the forehead, told her, you naughty little girl, you shitty little naughty girl. Don't you go anywhere. I fucking bolted for my car, grabbed that reef off the door, and grabbed those work boots because I need new boots anyway. And I made my way right here to Carbon Nation to tell you guys that. All right? So that's a pretty shitty story, right? It's a shitty story I made up just for you guys. Now, let's see, what else can I mention? My act's going to get a little shitty. No, I'm done. I'm going to bring up Jackie, the girl that brought up... No, 1 second. Hold on. 1 second. Don't give me the music. Did I just get the hook all of a sudden? Like, let's go! No, I'm going to bring up one more. We're all drinking. We're in a brewery tonight, so let's just hold them up one more time. Cheers. Now, besides doing stand-up comedy, I own my own video production company, a video production and photography company. I used to call it Public Chaos, but now I call it Laugh, Snap, and Roll because I'm a comedian, I snap pictures, and I roll film. So it's Laugh, Snap, and Roll. And I work with a lot of comedians, athletes, actors, musicians. I recently was working with Sublime. I did the Ensenada video for Sublime. I also work with Brian Head Welch from Porn. I do all of his sober recovery videos if you've seen those on the internet. But another band I've worked with for 30 years now, I'm exclusively the videographer for a band called the Cottonmouth Kings. Has anybody heard the Cottonmouth Kings? So if you've ever seen any music video by them, that's pretty much done by me. But there's a little side band, and that's why I brought it up. There's a side band called DGAF. DGAF. Does anybody out here know what DGAF stands for? Watch your mouth, sir. There's women in the room. It is not don't give a fuck. No. We're a Christian soccer organization. And it means doing God a favor. Yeah. And if you don't buy that, I don't give a fuck. Because it really means do grandma ass first. Yeah. She was also mentioning anal sex. Like, seriously, do you know anal sex? In order to enjoy anal sex, it's a lot like being forced into eating your vegetables as a kid. If you weren't forced into it as a kid, you'll never like it as an adult. Okay? But anyway, I digress. I'm going to go back to this. What DGAF, there's a lot of meanings to DGAF. DGAF, don't give a fuck, or sometimes we do have to give a fuck. And that's the message of what I want to send to everybody. If you're drinking and driving tonight, DGAF stands for don't get another felony. Talking to you. I saw you drinking. But the most important is don't go away forever. Right? I've been your host, Mario Reyes. You guys can find me on Instagram, Mario Reyes82. You can also find me on the Howie Mandel podcast, When a Stranger Calls. And next year in 2026, I'll be on tour nationwide with Richard Villa on the Not Homeless, Not American Homeless Tour. Whatever, I forgot the fucking name. But you guys catch me nationwide next year. Jackie, thank you. Let's bring Jackie back up. She's the one that brought this all together for you. And as I'm looking out, I see some wonderful fucking paintings. So Jackie, thank you for putting this together.
Give it up for Mario Reyes, everybody.
Waiting for tonight.